And welcome back, online COSA 50 folks. Professor Almeida here. Happy Thursday, everyone. Coming to you all from the home office. I'm currently hanging out in the Canvas live chat until noon Pacific time today. I'm there every Thursday, 9 a.m. to noon. As a matter of fact, here it is right here in Canvas, the live chat. You know, it's a little quiet in here, but again, I'm here Thursdays, 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time if you have questions for me. You can also use this space to talk amongst yourselves, okay? Don't wait for me to come into the Canvas live chat. So this is one of your lifelines in the class. Now, if you need to see me in person, check out the COS tech support link to the left here. If you need to see me in person, I will be in the COS computer lab at LAC M229, and you can see here are their operating hours. I will be in the lab here in M229 Fridays 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So if you need to see me in person or you need to use the computing resources, you know, you have these two options right here as well. Okay, you have LAC or PCC if you happen to be closer to that end of Long Beach. All right, so be sure to use these lifelines. And before we get into week 2, I want to recap week 1 real quick here. Okay, remember, you have all signed up for a 4-unit accelerated COSA 50 class. We're only meeting for 12 weeks, but we still have to cover the same 16 weeks worth of material, and we've had to compress the timeline on computer concepts with Tech for Success. If you followed the suggested schedule in the syllabus, right, as a matter of fact, here's the syllabus right here. If you followed the suggested schedule, you would have settled in on Monday, right? You would have read the syllabus, you would have registered with Cengage, checked out the information on First Day in SAM, and you would have completed TFS Concepts 1 training, and you wouldn't have to worry about the Monday due date, right? So Monday, you would have done Chapter 1 on the impact of technology. Tuesday, you would have done TFS Concepts 2 on getting online and using the web. And then yesterday, on Wednesday, you would have done TFS Concepts 3 on computer hardware, looking at how to decide between a desktop, a laptop, a tablet, a phone, and asking the important question, what do you plan on doing with that device? And from there, you know, the decision tree will open up. For today, if you're following the suggested schedule, you want to knock out your 3 chapter exams here. TFS Concepts 1, TFS Concepts 2, TFS Concepts 3. Now, each of the training sims, you know, they should not take you more than an hour to do. And then for the TFS exams, you want to block out about 2 hours to get them done. And then finally, you have the success check-in forum. Even if you have access to First Day, as you can see here in the course materials link, you still need to check in with me and confirm that you have access to all these materials. Okay, if you haven't done any of these assignments, you are currently at risk of falling behind in the class. It is a free country, and I know that some of you will choose to opt out of First Day, and if you do that, you are responsible for Cengage Unlimited, and I can tell you it's going to cost a whole lot more than what you would have paid for through First Day. Whatever you choose, you need to check in with me so that you can unlock week 2. Now, remember, Canvas modules open 2 weeks at a time, so right now we have weeks 1 and 2. So if you're already done with your first week, you can dive into week 2, which officially begins on Monday. So for week 2, it's pretty much the same game plan. We have TFS Concepts 4, 5, and 6, covering operating systems and file management, software and apps, and then we get into a little basic cybersecurity concepts. And then finally, you have your 3 exams for TFS Concepts 4, 5, and 6. And that will wrap it up for computer concepts. And then as you can see off into the future, week 3, we will start getting into Microsoft 365. Speaking of Microsoft 365, I've had a few questions about installing Microsoft 365. You do need to have a Windows PC at home. You can see that I'm running Linux here, but I have a Windows 11 virtual machine. It's a little bit more advanced, but if you know what you're doing, if you have a Windows virtual machine, by all means, use it for your Microsoft 365 projects. Now, to install Microsoft 365, go to office.com, log in with your LBCC account as described in the syllabus. You'll see install and more, install Microsoft 365 apps, and then from there, install Office, and then follow the prompts. Okay, if you don't have access to a Windows PC at home, or if for some reason you cannot install Microsoft 365, you will need to arrange to use another system, perhaps going in person to the COS computer labs. Okay, so again, you saw the COS tech support link with their hours posted. All right. I think that pretty much does it for what we are doing in week 2. Keep in mind that the due dates don't show up in Canvas. SAM due dates don't show up. So I hope that you have recorded the due dates into your personal calendar. Remember that due dates are not due dates. Okay, especially with the TFS Concepts training sims. Those are easy points. They're graded on completion. Don't leave those points on the table. And one other thing, don't click the submit button in your training sim or exam until you are actually ready to turn it in. Okay, if you need to take a break, just close out of your training sim or exam window, right? Click the X in the corner, and then you can come back to it and pick up where you left off. If you click submit and there's a little "are you sure?" If you do that, your score is going to be locked in, and I'm not going to reset it. Okay, don't ask me to reset it. You only get one attempt at the exam, and for each task, pay attention to the number of chances you get, the number of attempts. All right, so with that said, have a good weekend, folks. Let's make sure that we are staying on top of things. I already sent out reminders to those of you who still need to do TFS Concepts 1. So again, let's make sure that we get caught up. We don't fall behind. Enjoy your weekend. It's finally going to be dry for once. Take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.